Hey guys, Jessica here from ACP Accounting. If you're watching this video, you are a new client, hopefully, looking to schedule a tax return appointment. So because you're new to ACP, I wanted to kind of talk to you about what to expect during the tax return appointment itself. So, what happens is you are going to schedule that 30-minute intake appointment option. And in that 30 minutes, we are going to go through your documents. I'm going to look at last year's tax return. I'm going to run some projectory numbers for you. I'm going to let you know of any documents that you may be missing or additional write-offs that you could benefit from. And then I'm going to take that information, I'm going to upload it to our client portal. So you will always have access to your tax documents, your W-2s, your mortgage interest statements, your 1099s. All of that item will be posted safely and securely in our client database. We get calls all of the time for clients needing copies of that kind of stuff. So it'll be right at your fingertips. Then I will finish processing your tax return and we will call you or email you with updated numbers. So more than likely you will receive a phone call from one of our staffers and they will walk you through what your adjusted gross income was, what your standard deductions were, or did we itemize? And they'll explain to you what your refunds are, and that will either happen over the phone or when you come in to pick up. Some people prefer to do it one way and some people the other way. So if we get a voicemail, we will leave a voicemail that tells you your tax returns are ready. You will come by to pick them up. And at that time, somebody will go over your numbers with you when you are here to pick up. So either way, whether it is over the phone or in person, we will go over those numbers with you and let you know. But that portion won't be me. So you are going to meet with me. I'm going to prepare the tax return, and then you will receive a call to kind of let you know what was going on. Now, if there is something missing, or if I have questions, or if I think we still need even more information, then you will receive a phone call from me asking for that material. So that's kind of how our process works. Once you come in and sign your tax return, you are typically submitted within 24 to 48 hours. So we do wait just for you to review to make sure there's no other questions that you have, or you don't go home and you have gotten an extra 1099 in the mail. That's happened so many times. So we typically wait 24 hours and then we submit you. From there, if you're going to direct deposit, it takes 7 to 10 business days to receive your refund. Normally. So that's kind of the process. It typically, for us to process your tax return, typically shouldn't take more than a week to 2 weeks at max. So some people are going to be on the easier statute, so they may be in and out with just a few days. While others who are more complex and we have to have depreciation schedules and those kind of things, they will require additional time. But everybody, we're trying to keep, our goal is always to keep you under a 2 week waiting period. So that's what you can expect during your tax return appointment. That is the time for you to bring all of your questions. Ask why you didn't ever do this before, but you want to do this. Let me tell you about the Arizona education credits if you're not aware of the different wonderful tax credits that we have that are dollar for dollar. Let's go through and do a calculation comparison. Let's talk about the dependent that you're about to lose because they're going to college. Let's see if it makes sense to have the kiddo who's going to college file their own tax return. So there's lots of things that we want to discuss and we want to strategize with. And we feel like in that initial time is the best time for us to really get to know what your tax situation looks like. For those that are just a super easy return, just a W-2, and they don't need all of that, we will be able to complete your tax return during your 30-minute appointment. So just make sure that we are aware of that information by what you select on your client intake of the document, of the type of documents that you have. If you don't want to come in, you know the drill, you've been around, you've done it before, you want to just give me all the stuff and let me do it. There are a couple of ways that you can do that. One is you don't need to schedule an appointment. And then you will just drop everything off at our office. At that time, our office secretary will take note, make sure that we don't need anything, get all of your basic information. We're good to go. Or you can give the office a call and we can create a client portal for you. That client portal that I talked about earlier, where we post all those copies to, you can post those documents in the client portal and then I can access them that way in order to prepare your tax return. So we have several options, but if you do have a more complicated tax return, your tax return will more than likely not be prepared in your tax return appointment. That will be the process where you drop it off, we review, and then we follow up with a phone call and you come back to sign. If you have any questions at all about that process or how it works, please give our office a call because we do have other options to accommodate other situations. Oh, I just kind of wanted to give you what our general is. So, again, this is Jessica from ACP Accounting, and I look forward to meeting you during your tax return client intake.